can come and ride the wave, yeah. I'm just on a wave, I'm just on a different wavelength. I'm just on a wave, I'm just on a different wavelength. I'm just on a wave, call it safe, yeah. I'm just on a wave, call it safe, yeah.
Hey Princess Crew, Kombat Princess here, back with an all new video. If you're new, welcome. Before you get into anything, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you end up liking the video, turn on post notifications. So for those of you that are new or don't know, this is the late installment of Princess Cut. And for those of you that know what a Princess Cut is, it is where we cut into a character, dissect everything that they have on the table. And the Princess Crew has voted, and they voted for Limei, aka Mei, aka the female Liu Kang. And she definitely deserved that title, being that the gameplay that they gave her in Mortal Kombat 1. I'm just gonna put that out there. So, Mei Mei was introduced in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance after Shiesty Shang and Rich Homie Quan Chi, decided to, plan their little plots and schemes together. Shang Tsung needed a palace to protect the Soulnado, and for those of you that aren't familiar with what the Soulnado is, it's basically a tornado full of souls from different realms. They used Limei and her people of her village of Sundo to basically build a palace around the Soulnado, in which I'm just going to be very clear. Nobody cares, Limei. I don't care. Nobody cares that you had to slave and your people had to. I don't care. One day, her oppressors, basically the people that were in charge of making sure that this palace got built, Cyclops 2.0, she ended up rebelling against him and fighting him and actually putting him down, which caught the eye of Rich Homie Quan Chi to basically give her an ultimatum, like, if you can win the Mortal Kombat tournament, then, basically I can grant you freedom. And that was right up her alley, being that, her and her people were basically Bob the Builders. While prepping herself for this tournament, she ended up running into Flop Jinko, aka Shijinko, which he ended up training her for the tournament, while still having doubt that she would even win. What is with Flop Jinko training people? When I did a Princess Cut on him, I did not see, all of these people that he's trained. Like, it's like the first or second, third time it has come up in a Princess Cut. Why are you training people? Somebody should have trained you. Because you got put down. It was a flop. Everything that you did was a flop. So you training somebody just lets me know that they're gonna flop too, because you didn't do a bunch. Period. You're not the next Liu Kang, Flop Jinko. I don't care what Ed Boon says. So she ends up winning the tournament, but ends up getting betrayed because afterwards she makes this little shortcut after the tournament through the forest and ends up getting attacked by Momo and Dre, aka Draman, who was sent by Shiesty Shang, which he ended up meeting them and basically started to transfer Mei Mei's soul into the Dragon King, Onaga. But of course, my 600-pound life sister, Baraicho, intervened and ended up helping her and, restoring her back to health. And he also ended up training her himself to eventually compete in Armageddon. So basically, that was kind of like Deadly Alliance and Deception, but just keep in mind that the tournament did not happen until Deception, and that's when 600-pound life sister was able to save Mei Mei, but he didn't really end up saving her all the way. She was still corrupted by Onaga, and it was something about, her becoming his dragon queen, basically becoming Onaga's hoe, and, I wasn't here for that. And that's what kind of her non-canonical deception ending played on. But thankfully, she did aid Flop Jinko and defeating Onaga. So, you know, that's why it's non-canonical. So in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, you know, she joined the Forces of Light, trained by Bo Raicho, but she did get put down at the bottom of the temple, like I always say, with the rest of the roaches. But she did appear in Mortal Kombat Armageddon Conquest mode, but I don't really care, y'all. I don't care, because it was all a figment, imagination test for Taven that, you know, Flop Jinko was doing. So it really wasn't even her, so I don't care. In MK9, you know, she was Daddy Shao's prisoner, so, you know, she didn't really, you know, have any, like, dialogue or, you know, scenes or anything like that. You just, you know, saw her chained up all the time, which I wasn't here for that either, because I feel like she would have been definitely interesting in 9. And plus, how do we go from, you know, even though it's non-canonical, how do we go from banishing the souls of Rich Homie Quan Chi and Shai Chi Shang in our ending and basically getting the revenge that we need to just being a prisoner? So, you know, that was kind of boring, but, you know, at least we saw her, at least they gave us some type of cameo. Moving on to MKX, where they basically reduced her to a civilian.
This is limei.
She was basically another cameo, which I feel like she did help, you know, Special Forces, aka the G-Force, you know, the team of Cottage Cheese and everything. Raiden and all. Ken Barbie was there, aka Kenshi. You know, she gave them a lot of information for their task to protect her village and her family. So I really feel like she would have been interesting, playable. That's really all that I can really say about her in X. I really feel like she should have been a character, but, you know, at least they gave us Black Girl energy, Black Girl magic, aka Tanya. No spoilers, because you know, if anyone's seen the story, you know, limei in MK1 she's literally bae. I love her so much. Her story is amazing. They really did justice for her, in my opinion. I loved her story, proving how she's first constable, you know, putting Kit down, putting Lily down, even though you kind of saw the tension between her, even with the family, with Sindel and, you know, Lily and Kit. It really wasn't her fault, you know. It ended up really being the Ungadi warriors' fault, and they wanted to blame limei. So, you know, it was just, she ate all of her scenes. There wasn't anything boring about her. I just love her so much. It was just, I'm just standing at this point, because yes, they did good on her kit, her moveset in the game, in my opinion. You know, she is one of those top tier characters, in my opinion, for being plus on a lot of stuff, and that can be a very difficult character to go up against. So she is one of the characters that did get justice in Mortal Kombat 1. Although I will speak on the, you know, deception skin, it wasn't giving deception. It was giving Pirates of the Caribbean. This was not giving me deception. It's cute. I like the skin. You know, I still wear it and put it on her, but this wasn't giving me deception, limei, and I just wanted to put that out there. Alright, y'all, that is all for today's video. If you guys like this Princess Cut, give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to vote on the next Princess Cut, check my community tab.